Number 10. Using a wheelchair as a prop. In 2016, Kylie's December-January cover of Interview magazine came with a lot of controversy. The cover and inside photos featured the reality star posing in a golden wheelchair in a way that made her look like a doll. The then 18-year-old Kylie was dressed in a skin-tight black bodysuit and posed as though she were a mannequin staring off into space. But it's not the lack of clothing or the bondage theme that had people offended. It's the fact that she was posing in a wheelchair. Many found the shoot to be demeaning to those with disabilities. In response, several users took to Twitter to explain why it was wrong. A wheelchair user by the name of Nylan Morton tweeted, "I will never forgive Kylie Jenner for doing that photo shoot in a wheelchair. That was ableist AF because it shows that society would rather support an able-bodied person acting disabled than actually support a disabled person talent. We deserve to be given opportunities and chances." Amidst a growing backlash, Interview magazine released a statement defending the photos. They said, "The Kylie Jenner cover by Stephen Klein is a part of this tradition, placing Kylie in a variety of positions of power and control, and exploring her image as an object of vast media scrutiny." Number 9. Terrible tipping. Being a waitress at a fancy restaurant will sometimes give you the chance to meet celebrities when you're working. TikTok user Julia Carolan was working at a fancy restaurant in Manhattan, and she documented her bad experience meeting several stars, one of them being Kylie Jenner, who she exposed big time for allegedly being a horrible tipper. Speaking about the experience, Julia said, "She was fine, but she tipped $20 on a $500 dinner bill. Do with that information what you will." She gave Kylie a 2 out of 10 rating, which was one of the lowest out of all the other celebrities. The video received millions of likes and thousands of comments from people who were as equally disappointed in Kylie's tip as Julia. Someone commented, "Kylie tipped $20 and she's the youngest billionaire, and I really feel like Kylie thinks $20 means 20%. These days there are more and more conversations surrounding tipping culture, and most people can agree that it's a pretty messed up system, and restaurants should just pay their waitstaff a living wage. But we can all agree that a so-called billionaire can afford to leave more than a $20 tip. It's not just stingy, it's incredibly disrespectful." Number 8. Kylie Cosmetics. The reality star's makeup company has faced intense backlash over the years. In February of 2017, at least 15 customers filed complaints with the Better Business Bureau that they smelled chemicals and glue when they opened her Royal Peach eyeshadow palette. The customers compared the smell to paint thinner and complained that they started experiencing horrible headaches soon after opening the palettes. That September, another customer reported that she found a swarm of ants in a box of makeup products. To prove her case, she posted an Instagram video of her opening her Kylie Cosmetics package to show dozens of live ants scurrying around on her makeup products. The customer claimed that she reached out to Kylie Cosmetics 3 times before posting on Instagram. She said that the company claimed they were going to send her another package, which never arrived. Then in May of 2019, when Kylie released a walnut face scrub, which she claimed could be used every day, she said, "It's gentle enough to use every day. I recommend 2 or 3 times a week. That's how much I use it." But her claims have since been refuted by dermatologists, who found that the fine walnut powder in the scrub is too abrasive to be used on delicate face skin, and it can actually cause micro-trauma to the skin if used every day. Number 7. Lying about being a billionaire. Kris and Kylie Jenner allegedly faked taxes to make Kylie appear to be a billionaire. In March of 2019, Forbes referred to Kylie Jenner as a billionaire and referred to the then 21-year-old as the youngest self-made billionaire ever. It was a huge achievement for the family, until it wasn't. Another article by Forbes, this one published in May of 2020, claimed that Kylie was never a billionaire at all, and that she and Kris have been inflating her business earnings for years. Quote, "More likely the business was never that big to begin with, and the Jenners have lied about it every year since 2016, including having their tax accountant draft tax returns with false numbers to help juice Forbes' estimates of Kylie's earnings and net worth." The staff at Forbes said, "While we can't prove that those documents were fake, it's clear that Kylie's camp has been lying." Not only that, but the Jenners initially declined to answer their questions about the issue, before Kylie went on to deny the whole thing in a series of tweets slamming the outlet. Number 6. Vintage t-shirt designs. In June of 2017, Kendall and Kylie Jenner became the center of controversy when they launched a new line of rap vs. rock fashion t-shirts as a part of their Kendall and Kylie collection. The shirts use images of their favorite musicians like Metallica, Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd, with their own faces superimposed over them. 2 of the more talked about t-shirts feature the faces of the late Tupac and Notorious Big. It was so bad that even Biggie's mom got involved and called the concept disgusting and disrespectful, along with sending a cease and desist letter that came from his estate. The sisters were immediately reprimanded online for lack of sensitivity and tact. They later posted an apology saying, "These designs were not well thought out, and we deeply apologize to anyone that has been upset and or offended. did, especially to the families of the artists. They went on to say, "We are huge fans of their music and it was not our intention to disrespect these cultural icons in any way. The t-shirts have been pulled from retail and all images have been removed. We will use this as an opportunity to learn from these mistakes, and again we are very sorry." Number 5. Denying lip fillers. Kylie came under fire as a teenager for getting lip injections to enhance her pout. For years, she denied this fact and simply said that she was overlining her lips with makeup to achieve the same effect. She eventually capitalized on the speculation and released a product called the Kylie Lip Kit, where she assured fans they could get similar results. But that didn't stop fans from noticing the drastic changes to her appearance in the more than 10 years since the show Keeping Up with the Kardashians aired in 2007. But after years of denying she's had lip filler, the star eventually came clean. During a 2015 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kylie admits, quote, "I have temporary lip fillers. It's just an insecurity of mine and it's what I wanted to do." But it's a little sad when you look at why she got it done. She said, "I was 15 and I was insecure about my lips. I have really small lips. And it was like one of my first kisses and a guy was like, 'I didn't think you would be a good kisser because you have such small lips.'" She also admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point before her sisters pointed it out and said, "Kylie, you need to chill." They were definitely right to let her know when it was becoming a bit too much. Number 4. The offensive Halloween costume. When it comes to celebrities dressing up, not every idea is a winner, and some outfits result in major backlash from fans. Once Scott Disick got the ball rolling with his controversial costume, more Kardashians followed suit. In 2015, Kylie Jenner made headlines for all the wrong reasons when she was accused of wearing a sexy Halloween costume that seemed to be of an Alaskan native. Kylie posted a video donning blonde hair and a fuzzy white hood with matching boots. She also used the word to describe the outfit that has since been considered a slur. If you are unaware, it's the one that starts with the E. Unfortunately, Kylie made that the caption of her photo and later switched the caption to Snow Princess after she faced backlash. Although the then teenager was slammed for her costume, she did have one supporter, the Alaskan reality star Bristol Palin, who penned a letter to Kylie saying that she is part of the group that is indigenous to Alaska and said that she was not offended. But 2 years later, it was her sister Kim's turn to make headlines, this time for dressing up as a deceased R&B icon. Number 3. Lying on Instagram. In September of 2018, Kylie tweeted, "Last night I had cereal with milk for the first time. Life-changing." The post is still up to this day and has reached 179,000 likes. At first, no one was sure whether or not she was being serious, given that most people would have tried cereal with milk together or not had it at all. Seth Rogen seemed to think this and responded to her tweet saying, "Wait till you try peanut butter and jam." Other users followed suit, with someone writing, "Wait till you try coffee with hot water," or "Wait till you try butter on toast." But fans were quick to call Kylie out, and one Twitter user by the name of Joseph Shepard even came through with evidence that proved she was lying. Apparently, Kylie had posted a photo of a bowl of cereal on Instagram in 2013. And yes, the bowl of cereal had milk and fruit in it, so obviously the internet remembers everything. In 2020, the reality star also got called out for posting Photoshop pictures on Instagram. She put up a series of pics in a bikini by the pool, but she left in some very obvious evidence of editing. In one photo, the edge of the pool she's standing by is completely warped, which is probably the result of her toning her leg. Kylie quickly deleted the photos, only to share them again, this time with the warped pool edge cropped out of the image. But of course, fans noticed the blunder and took screenshots. Number 2. Cultural appropriation. In January of 2020, there was yet another Kylie Jenner scandal making the rounds on the internet. This time, Twitter users were accusing her of cultural appropriation after she debuted a controversial hairstyle on social media. Kylie shared a picture of herself from an old photo shoot wearing her platinum blonde hair in twists, which is known to be a protective style in the African American community that women can get legally fired for wearing. So that's when the backlash began to roll in. Kylie quickly deleted the post from her Instagram stories, but the photographer who was responsible for the photo shoot, as well as her makeup artist Ariel Tejada, kept the photo on their pages, and they claimed that Gwen Stefani was the inspiration behind the look. This isn't the first time the Kardashian and Jenner sisters have been slammed for appropriating black culture with their beauty choices. Apart from that incident, Kylie has also faced heavy criticism for wearing cornrows and trying to rebrand the look as boxer braids. In response, actress Amanda Stenberg posted a statement underneath one of her Instagram photos. She said, "When you appropriate black features and culture, but fail to use your position of power to help black Americans by directing attention towards your wigs instead of police brutality or racism." And coming in at number 1, the lion's head. Kylie once again caught a lot of heat when she arrived at Paris Fashion Week wearing a lifelike lion's head on her shoulder. The thing was so real it looked like a genuine piece of taxidermy, which obviously disturbed a lot of animal activists. Her Schiaparelli dress was made of foam, wool, and silk fake fur, and hand painted to look as lifelike as possible. In fact, it looked so realistic that the brand had to release a statement about it on social media, in all caps, which read, "No animals were harmed in making this look." But of course, Kylie's look still received a large amount of backlash. One user tweeted, "We have to stop showing animals as luxury products. They may be made from fern, but these are endangered species that have historically been killed for their pelts to be turned into garments." World Animal News retweeted a video of the reality star in the gown and wrote, "A disturbing video of Kylie Jenner wearing a lion head at the Schiaparelli fashion show. Although they stated that it was fake, how could they possibly think this is fashion? This sends the wrong message and fuels not only the exotic fur trade, but trophy hunting." Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are faced backlash after they decided to celebrate their son's first birthday with an AstroWorld themed party. It started when Kylie shared images from the special day on Instagram, which featured elaborate decorations all catered to that theme, and it was not exactly subtle. Alongside a ball pit was an array of toys, and the party's entrance was a giant inflatable model of her son Air's face, in the style of the AstroWorld Festival entrance. The design also included an inflatable head with a gaping mouth, modeled after Stormy, which looked very similar to the cover of Travis's album. The giant head had rainbow-colored sides coming out of its mouth, while another design featured a walkway through its mouth for guests to enter. As soon as these party photos were released, people began accusing Kylie and Travis of being insensitive to the victims of the AstroWorld tragedy. One person tweeted, "Travis Scott's kinda weird for throwing his kid an AstroWorld-themed birthday party after people got trampled to death 2 years ago." Someone else tweeted, "Of course, Kylie Jenner picked the most tasteless theme for her young daughter Stormy's birthday party. Nod to AstroWorld, where many people lost their lives. These people are soulless. Do you actually think they care about what they did? Clearly only for PR." To give you some background, in 2021, Travis came under fire after 10 people tragically lost their lives during the AstroWorld Music Festival. There was a crowd surge and Travis continued his performance while people were literally dying. He has since said that he was unaware of what was happening and then apologized to the victims' families. In fact, the rapper has recently settled one of his AstroWorld lawsuits. A lawyer for the family of 21-year-old victim Axel Acosta said that they have now reached an agreement with the rapper in a lawsuit. His death was truly horrific. The case claimed that Axel was crushed by the incited, unruly, and out-of-control crowd, and he lay dying while the music continued for almost 40 minutes. Multiple lawsuits have been filed on behalf of those injured or killed. Travis has offered to pay the funeral cost of the victims, but 5 of the families rejected the offer, calling it demeaning and inappropriate. Following the tragedy, Travis stated in an Instagram video that he was not aware how bad the situation had become during his set. He said, "Anytime I could make out anything that was going on, I just stopped the show and helped them get the help that they need. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation." As for Kylie and Travis's relationship, apparently they've called it quits again. According to Us Weekly insiders, they were supposed to spend the holidays together, but she went to Aspen to be with her family and her friends up there. Quote, "This has happened so many times before. They're known to be on and off again, but always remain friends and great co-parents. It's true that this is not even the first time they've split up, and while we don't know the reason for their breakup this time around, Travis was exposed for cheating on Kylie in the past, which is something that he still adamantly denies. Back in October, the rapper was battling cheating allegations when a model by the name of Regine Carr exposed him on her Instagram story. She shared video proof of herself on the same set as him and claimed that they were together for a long time. In a video, Regine said, "What we're not gonna do is we're not gonna lie. I pretended I didn't know you, went along with whatever effing narrative, no matter how much BS I got from it. But to say you don't know me and you've never been with me, when you've definitely been with me, when everyone's seen you with me, when I have pictures and videos of you with me, come on." She essentially said that she and Travis have been in a long-term relationship for years, and that she's been pressured to keep quiet about it all this time. She said, "You cheat on that B word every single effing night. The whole effing city sees it." In response, Travis took to his own social media and posted a statement saying, "An uninvited person was sneaking photos on what was supposed to be a closed set while I was directing a video. I don't know this person, I've never been with this person, so please stop with the continuous cyber games and the fictional storytelling." But from that point on, the damage was already done, and most people seem to believe Regine's version of events. Although Kylie and Travis might have split up for good this time, seems like they do have a bit of damage control to do after the AstroWorld theme party.
Is Kylie Jenner trying too hard to be relatable? Recently, the reality megastar has been catching a bit of flack from those on TikTok after a video she posted reviewing one of her new Kylie Cosmetics lip blushes. In the clip, Jenner is seen sitting in the front seat of her car, reviewing her lip blush, even dropping her phone, applying the lip blush in her car. While a lot of people were just excited for some new Kylie content and some new makeup, there were others who took a bit of umbrage with the 25-year-old billionaire Jenner, claiming that the reality TV icon was trying to play up being humble, attempting to mimic popular TikTokers making videos in their car on their lunch break in the parking lot from work. One user on TikTok at Plastic Chandler said, "It's interesting because it's like, you're a billionaire, girl. Why are you reviewing lip kits in your car when you live in a multi-million-dollar home?" He continued saying, "You didn't just go to the store and pick that up. You didn't get home from somewhere and get it from your mailbox. That was very deliberate of going to your car to film that, and the phone drop was kinda cringy. This is not something Kylie Jenner does on the normal. I promise she doesn't just sit in her car." So obviously there was a little bit of pushback, but what did Jenner herself have to say? Kylie offered this as a response, suggesting there wasn't really as much planning as the negative reception thinks, saying, "It's really not that deep or calculated. This video took me 5 minutes to make, and yes, I still drive and do normal things." This isn't the first time Jenner's caught a bit of heat for trying too hard to be relatable. Just in July, she posted another TikTok of her taking her daughter shopping at Target for a surprise toy trip. But people suspected that the TikTok was to distract from the ongoing scandal of how often she used her private jet for short trips, with one user even commenting that Kylie is cosplaying as a middle-class person. Some even questioned if in the Target video Kylie had rented out the space, as it looked surprisingly empty. Whatever the case may be, the 25-year-old billionaire is just going to keep getting bigger, so whatever she's doing is working, relatable or not.
Why are people saying that Kylie Jenner and Hailey Bieber dissed Selena Gomez? The two of them received immense backlash online on Tuesday when Kylie posted a screenshot from a FaceTime call with Hailey. The reality star shared Instagram videos and pictures of her eyebrows and said that she accidentally laminated her eyebrows too much. Some fans took this as an attempt to mock Selena, who had recently made a post saying that she had laminated her eyebrows too much, all in an attempt to emulate Bella Hadid's look. TikTok users then started accusing Kylie and Hailey of making fun of Selena with their post. Several fans felt that they were acting like mean girls and that they were trying to bully Selena. One user wrote, "Kylie and Hailey are giving high school vibes." And for those saying it was an accidental selfie posted, come on, the billionaire marketer doesn't accidentally post anything. Some people also suggested that Kylie was throwing shade at Selena because Selena is close to having more followers than her on Instagram. In fact, that has already happened. Currently, Kylie has 380 million followers, while Selena has 381. But the reality star has since set the record straight on the possible feud. The 25-year-old called the rumors silly in a TikTok comment on Wednesday. She wrote, "This is reaching. No shade towards Selena ever, and I didn't see her eyebrows post. You guys are making something out of nothing." In response, Selena just wrote, "Agreed. It's all unnecessary. I'm a fan of Kylie." Although Hailey has stayed silent on this most recent scandal, back in September she debunked rumors of a feud on the Call Her Daddy podcast. She told listeners that the two of them have only respect and love for each other. She also hit back at the long-running theory that Justin Bieber cheated on Selena to be with her. When she got back together with Justin in June of 2018, Hailey insisted that he and Selena were not in a relationship at the time. She spoke about their brief reunion and claimed by that point it was just closure for them. She said, "As a woman, I would never want to get into a relationship with someone and be engaged to them and be getting married to them and be thinking in the back of my mind, I wonder if that door was really closed. I know for a fact that the reason we were able to get back together was because it was very much completely closed." She went on to say, "It was the right thing for them to close that door. It closed a chapter. I think it was the best thing that could have happened for him to move on." She said that a lot of the hate that she gets comes from the perception that she stole Justin. Hailey also insisted that they are the only people who really know the truth of the situation and what the timeline really was. To this day though, the exact timeline is still being debated, considering that many fans still think Selena and Justin were actually in a relationship when they got back together in 2018. But of course, only they really know the truth. While on that same podcast, Hailey also addressed all the hate that she's been getting from Selena's fans. She was asked if Justin or anyone in their circle has ever asked Selena to try and put an end to all the hatred. In response, she said that she had no expectation whatsoever of Selena doing that, but if that was something that she felt was necessary, then that would be amazing. She also recalled the moment that fans stood outside the Met Gala in 2021 and screamed Selena's name while she and Justin walked the red carpet. Hailey said, "Yeah, I could hear everyone screaming. I think there's a certain part of you that has a numbness. It was disrespectful to me, to my relationship. It just was, period, the end. But I think I've endured so much disrespect, and I still do to this day, that there was a part of me that was just like, another day, another negative slave." Hailey then hopped onto TikTok to issue a direct message to people trolling her on social media. She said, "Leave me alone at this point. I'm minding my business. I don't do anything, I don't say anything. Leave me alone, please. That's my only request. Be miserable somewhere else, please." So it's really sad that even in 2023, she's still having to deal with an overwhelming amount of hate from Selena's supporters.
Kylie Jenner is back in the news, and it's because her fans are furious over how fast she has moved on from what happened at AstroWorld. Kylie has yet to make an actual Instagram post, but her stories have been quite active as of late. Travis Scott, if you recall, was spotted near Kris Jenner's home playing golf with Mark Wahlberg, Michael Jordan, and Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble. Although amid the massive lawsuits he's facing, he did not look very present. At least that's what we gathered from looking at the photos that were posted. I mean, currently he has been hit with over 300 lawsuits, so yeah, that might distract anyone from having a good time. These lawsuits also include the ones that are seeking $750 million in damages, as well as the one that's for $2 billion. However, included in a lot of those are also Drake, Live Nation, and Apple. What is angering Kylie Jenner fans, though, is that she recently posted a short Instagram video showing off her new Christmas tree. And reportedly, the tree is decked out with decorations worth over $1,000. The issue people are having is that the father of her children could be on the hook to pay billions of dollars in damages to the victims of his AstroWorld festival. In the short video, Kylie also featured a 3-tier electronic wood Christmas story pyramid that was handcrafted by a family-run company called Muller. This wooden Christmas pyramid also has roots in German folklore. Just a fun little side fact for you. But Travis apparently flew to Southern California to spend the Thanksgiving holiday with his family, including Kylie Jenner. But since he was not spotted in this Instagram story, many are wondering if he left right after Thanksgiving to perhaps go back to Houston and deal with the many lawsuits ahead. Shortly after the incident, Travis Scott and Kylie released statements, but instead of them being viewed as apologizing for their actions, their statements were interpreted as being just insensitive. Scott tried to make amends with his angered fans and the city of Houston, really, by saying that he would cover the funeral expenses, but everyone in Travis Scott's inner circle right now is definitely feeling the heat. Before this Christmas tree Instagram story, Kylie previously posted to her stories to wish Hailey Bieber a happy birthday. That IG story was her first real moment of breaking her silence after the statement that she released that I mentioned earlier. A source also went on to tell The Sun that after the catastrophe in Houston on November 5th, Kylie decided to delay the launch of her holiday makeup line, a launch that has been dropped on November 19th for the last 4 years. Travis Scott's attorney, Edwin F. McPherson, also has been going to bat for Travis and said that there has been way too much finger pointing when it comes to this lawsuit. McPherson even took a shot at the Houston police chief for contradicting what he said. Scott's attorney tells the press, "There's been multiple finger pointing, much of which has been by city officials who have sent inconsistent messages and have backtracked from original statements." Houston Police Chief Troy Finner was quoted in the New York Times as saying, "You cannot just close when you got 50,000 and over 50,000 individuals. We have to worry about riots when you have a group that's that young." Yet just a short time later, Chief Finner states the responsibility to stop the show falls on Travis. Despite what Travis Scott's attorney said earlier, though, as with many lawsuits, these put the blame on Travis and the festival organizers, especially for failing to take even the most basic of safety precautions. In one lawsuit it says, "Defendants egregiously failed in their duty to protect the health, safety, and lives of those in attendance at the concert, including but not limited to the failure to provide adequate security personnel to implement crowd control measures, proper barricades, and the failure to provide a sufficient amount of emergency medical support." So far, there has also been no post made to the Instagram pages of Kylie's various companies, and following the tragedy, her only statement was an Instagram post where she said, "Travis and I are broken and devastated. My thoughts and prayers are with all who lost their lives, were injured, or affected in any way by yesterday's events, and also for Travis, who I know cares deeply for his fans and the Houston community. I want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing. I am sending my deepest condolences to all the families during this difficult time, and will be praying for the healing of everyone who has been impacted." Khloe Kardashian is defending Kylie Jenner and her relationship with Travis Scott after a whirlwind of rumors were put out. A TikTok user recently posted some leaked images of that recent magazine cover shoot that we told you about previously that had been canceled due to the AstroWorld Festival tragedy. Before we get into Khloe's response, though, let's take a look at what this magazine had written about Kylie and Travis, because the writer really spilled some tea here. In the article under the photos of Travis and Kylie, they write, "Approach to be as expansive as possible, focusing on chosen and unconventional families as much as on traditional ones. That's when Kylie Jenner, Travis Scott, and their beautiful daughter Stormy Webster came to mind for our cover story. We learned that the elusive and hugely successful Jenner was pregnant with her second child with one of the world's most famous musicians. But we were also reminded that, despite their growing brood, Jenner and Scott are not actually a couple. Here was a real example of a family operating on their own terms." And a lot of people in the comments of the TikTok were split on whether whether or not this was approved by Kylie and Travis. One person writes, "I've worked in magazines for a decade. Talent does not get to see or approve a profile written about them. That is standard practice." However, another person added a very valid point and said, "This is W Magazine, not some random low-key indie mag. It was definitely approved." Another user commented that a friend of hers had actually worked on this photo shoot and claimed that Kylie and Travis didn't talk to each other the entire time. This TikTok user, who had shared multiple leaked images from the article, also must have been shocked to see Khloe Kardashian in her comment section. In one of the TikToks about the photo shoot, Khloe commented, "Wow, I don't know why this magazine would write this, but they are very much a couple." Although I must say, sending Khloe Kardashian in to clean up relationship rumors is a strange choice by the Kardashian family. To give you some context on the relationship between Kylie and Travis though, the pair started dating back in 2017. Since they started dating, the two of them have managed to keep a pretty low profile before eventually splitting up in October of 2019. But in June of this year, it seems like the pair had rekindled the relationship as they announced that they would be expecting their second child together 3 months later. I'm assuming that the W Magazine article was speaking about the pair having Stormy together, then breaking up, and then coming back together for their second child as the reason why they weren't a couple. Although that's even a bit of a leap because it says that they're not a couple in such a matter-of-fact way that you would think that Kylie just told them that they weren't together during that photo shoot. Ultimately, W Magazine made the decision to not release the article because it would be viewed as insensitive following the tragedy that took place at AstroWorld. In all honesty, this was a really smart move because even these leaked images of the photo shoot are causing all kinds of issues. I guarantee you that had they released this article, many would have said that it was to make Travis appear more like a family man to deflect from the tragedy. On top of that, any drama that came from it would have also been viewed in the same light as a distraction from what really matters. The families of the AstroWorld victims are still in mourning and need justice. However, in his first legal response, Travis filed for a dismissal of the lawsuits because he doesn't feel that he is to blame for inciting the dangerous crowd surges that caused 10 concert goers to lose their life. One user commented on the TikTok exposing this interview and essentially touched on what I was just saying about them trying to make Travis look more like a family man. In the comments they wrote, "They probably aren't together, but with everything going on with Travis, it probably looks better for him to be a family man." Kylie Jenner is still yet to post on her main Instagram page, but Kylie Cosmetics is back to its regular advertising schedule and fans are not happy about it. In the top comments, people are saying things like, "Just no," and "Y'all are def deleting comments," with another adding #cancel Kylie Jenner. Although more than just getting back to her posting, Kylie has also started construction on a plot of land that she purchased in May of 2020 for $15 million in cash. The 5-acre vacant lot had remained empty for more than a year because of the pandemic, but photos obtained by the press show that there are now signs of construction starting on the area. So yes, while Travis Scott is in the middle of massive billion-dollar lawsuits, Kylie is back in the Hidden Hills constructing a new home for herself. An aerial photo shows that the slope of the land has now been stabilized with a fence and pillars, plus construction vehicles were parked along the side to prepare for the work ahead in the coming weeks. According to reports, Kylie grabbed the plot of land in an off-market deal, and as per an online brochure, it was advertised as being shovel-ready, which means that the owner could essentially start building their dream home on the land almost immediately. The sale of the land also apparently included plans for an 18,000 square foot home, along with a 12-car garage, guest house, barn, a guard shack for a full-time security detail, pool, and sports court, all tucked away behind private gates. The brochure went on to advertise the land and says in the description, "The property also features its own private driveway to the large upper building pad that offers excellent privacy from the neighbors and the street below. With its great size, excellent views, approved building plans, and prime central Hidden Hills location, this truly unique property has it all." And for a while, the land was actually owned by Miley Cyrus, who purchased it in 2015. Although instead of building a home on the land, she just used it to keep her horses in stables. This would be Kylie's 4th home in Los Angeles, which is absolutely insane. She has 3 others right now in LA, including a monster mansion which she dropped $36.5 million on in 2020 as well. Plus there is a smaller $12 million home in the Hidden Hills, and now she co-owns a $13 million investment property in Beverly Hills with Travis Scott. Although all of these land purchases seem to be more for convenience than anything else, this new vacant lot sits really close to Kris Jenner and Khloe Kardashian's new mega homes. And according to the LA Times, she also dropped $3.25 million a few years back on a piece of land near Palm Springs where her family vacation home is. According to an insider that knew about the construction going on at Kris and Khloe's new mansions, they told The Sun, "Although Khloe and Kris's homes are almost done, they're both acting like housezillas. They want temperature adjusted rooms and a panic room in case of security issues." They then go on to say, they will have security teams on both property 24/7 to oversee both houses. One would think after dropping that much money on a beautiful house that is meant for a family of 10, Khloe would be satisfied with the results, but she keeps asking for changes. And that security detail is also something that Kylie could be wanting to take advantage of as well, and so she's strategically building a new home nearby. As far as we know, Travis Scott is back in California as well after he was spotted out playing golf with some celebrities, including Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble. As of right now, Travis Scott's offer to pay for the funeral expenses of the victims has been rejected by more than half of the families. Many of them are rejecting the offer and continuing to pursue their lawsuits as a better way of getting the justice and answers that they deserve.
Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott are days away from welcoming their second child together, but cheating rumors involving Kylie and Drake might be the end of the couple for good. After the AstroWorld tragedy, Kylie and Travis have been doing everything possible to lay low and deal with the thousands of lawsuits that have been put against him. One TikTok user even alleged that she was on the set of a magazine photo shoot involving the couple that was not released to the public due to the scandal, and this TikTok user claimed that Kylie and Travis are actually not together anymore and it's all for show. They said, quote, "Travis and Kylie seemed very comfortable under the sheets, but even though they will soon have 2 children together, they are not a couple and haven't been for 2 years." Adding, quote, "My friend worked this shoot and said that they didn't talk to each other the whole time." After that was exposed, Kylie's sister Khloe came forward and denied these rumors, making it clear that Kylie and Travis are together and trashing media outlets for running with the story. Khloe said, quote, "Wow, I don't know why this magazine would write this, but they are very much a couple." While the couple was trying to combat those rumors, Tristan Thompson's most recent mistress also spoke out against Kylie and Travis's relationship. Marley Nichols, a woman who claims she's the mother of Tristan Thompson's 3rd child following an affair, posted to her Instagram that Kylie and Drake had slept together while Kylie was with Travis. She wrote in an Instagram story, quote, "You know Drake slept with Kylie last year, but you aren't man enough to tell Travis Scott. Well, there it is. Good night, folks. More tomorrow." She added later, quote, "I'm not being quiet anymore. I don't care about a gag order or the Kardashians threatening to sue us for defamation. It's so many twisted, unscrupulous, dark things that the public doesn't know about, but they will soon. Just stay tuned." These rumors were a huge shock to fans who felt that Kylie and Travis were better than ever. But now it seems the rumor that Kylie and Travis are not actually together might be true, and maybe Kylie did not cheat when she slept with Drake. This is not the first time that Kylie and Drake have been rumored to be a couple. Back in 2019, after splitting from Travis, a source revealed that Kylie and Drake were dating. The source said, quote, "Kylie and Drake's friendship did take a romantic turn recently," adding, quote, "At his Halloween party, they were affectionate and clearly they're together. They've been seeing each other romantically. He also showed up to Kendall Jenner's birthday." At that time, the rumor mill swirled for weeks, but nothing was ever confirmed, and then Kylie got back with Travis. Well, Drake moved on to model Iman Haman in February of 2021. So who knows if this allegation will put a strain in Drake and Travis Scott's relationship, because the pair appeared to be friends. Drake even joined Travis on stage at the AstroWorld festival before disaster struck. And at number 10, Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith and Kylie Jenner dated at one point in time. The pair had grown up together and their friendship blossomed into a romantic relationship. But of course, the teenage relationship did not last long, and Kylie and Jaden broke up in 2014. Apparently, Kylie is the one that cut the cord, and since the split, Jaden has not been able to get over her. Kylie and her ex-BFF Jordyn Woods apparently met because of Jaden, and after meeting, Kylie and Jordyn were inseparable. So the fight between Kylie and Jordyn that ended their friendship also put a strain on Kylie and Jaden. It's clear the Smith family took Jordyn's side in the fight, considering Jordyn went on the Red Table Talk to speak about the scandal right after. And at number 9, Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez was never really friends with the Kardashians, but her on and off again boyfriend Justin Bieber was. And I'm sure you know where this is going. During the time that Selena and Justin were a thing, Selena felt that Kylie was making the moves on Justin. Selena and Kylie apparently got into a confrontation in 2014 at Justin's house. According to sources, Kylie sent sexy images of herself to Justin, and that's what started the fight. Selena saw the pictures on Justin's phone and she freaked out and left immediately. It seemed after this debacle, Selena realized her and the Kardashians would never be real friends with her, and it was all for show, to enhance their brands. Other sources also claim that Selena stopped being friends with the Jenners because of their use of substances like drinking and partying, but the Jenners denied those claims. And at number 8, Blac Chyna. There's absolutely no doubt in anyone's mind that Blac Chyna hates Kylie Jenner. I think pretty much anyone would hate the woman that your boyfriend left you for. Back in 2014, Blac Chyna was in a long-term relationship with Tyga. The pair even had a son together. But that all changed when Kylie came into the picture picture, and Tyga left China for a 16-year-old Kylie. After they started dating, it was clear that a lot of the world had a problem with it, but none more than Blac Chyna, who was left to take care of their son alone. At this time, tons of Chyna's friends and family were shading Kylie for breaking up a family, including Amber Rose. Apparently, Kim was even friends with Chyna while she was with Tyga, and Kim said that Chyna was devastated when she found out Tyga was leaving her and their 3-year-old son King Cairo for Kylie. Years later, Chyna would get in a long-term relationship with Rob Kardashian, Kylie's half-brother, and have a child with him. Some even speculate Blac Chyna got with Rob purely out of spite, so she could make Kylie's life hell. So I guess here, Chyna got the last laugh. And at number 7, Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer does not keep her opinions to herself, so when she was asked to comment on the Kardashians, she savagely came after the family, specifically Kylie. A lot of people don't like the family for silly reasons, but Keke is concerned about Kylie's impact. Kylie has revealed that she's gotten plastic surgery to fix a lot of the things she was insecure about as a kid, but Keke does not approve. She believes that Kylie went about dealing with her insecurities in the wrong way, and hates the fact that she's praised for this paid glow-up. In an interview about the Kardashians, Keke said, quote, "In the sense of the Kardashians, it's like, I'm going to show you so much perfect and be everything a woman should be or everything a man would like to love." She then went on to speak about Kylie and how everyone labeled Kylie the ugly duckling of the family when she was younger. Quote, "Then she went and did apparently everything the world deems as beautiful. The even crazier part is that everybody loves her for it." And at number 6, Kylie Minogue. Before there was Kylie Jenner, Kylie Minogue was the most famous Kylie, but tensions started between the ladies when they got in a trademark feud over their shared name. It started when Jenner tried to trademark the name Kylie in 2015. According to the US Patent and Trademark Office, in 2015 Jenner tried to register Kylie in the US for quote advertising services and endorsement services, but Kylie Minogue's team filed her own charges to ensure the trademark did not go through. Minogue claimed it would be quote damage to her own reputation. In the legal document, Minogue's team classified Jenner as a quote secondary reality television personality known for her photographic exhibitionism and controversial posts on social media. Pretty savage. And then Minogue tweeted quote, "Hello, my name is Kylie, #lightyears," insinuating she was here way before Kylie Jenner. And after all that shade, the two clearly do not like each other. Halfway number 5, Madison Beer. Madison Beer and Kylie Jenner run in similar social circles, so you'd assume that they have a lot in common and maybe they could even turn into friends. But that's not the case, because Madison called out Kylie for allegedly stealing. Madison Beer accused Kylie of stealing her purple palette idea back in 2017. In October, Kylie released her purple palette from her Kylie Cosmetics brand, and soon after the collection was made public, Madison shaded Kylie on Instagram, alleging that Kylie betrayed her. At that time, Madison posted, quote, "When people fully steal your idea and what they come out with was supposed to be a collab. Whack." So clearly Madison and Kylie were supposed to collab on the palette, but Kylie then released it without Madison and didn't tell her. The collab was never confirmed, but apparently Madison teased it to the paparazzi months before. A follower then called up Madison for quote, thinking she invented purple eyeshadow, and Madison clapped back savagely, calling the user very unintelligent. So clearly that whole thing hit quite a nerve. And at number 4, Lourdes Leon. Lourdes Leon, daughter of Madonna, dissed Kylie after Lourdes was invited to Kylie's birthday party in 2015. Apparently she finds the Kardashian family vile and was horrified about the invite. A source revealed that Lourdes shaded Kylie over her social media activity and selfie taking. After she received the invite, the source exposed, quote, "She couldn't believe Kylie thought she'd be receptive to a party invite and has completely ignored her. As far as she's concerned, she's not going to lower herself to even responding," adding that Lourdes is very picky about who she spends her time with and Kylie does not make the cut. The source added that Lourdes' friends are quote, "much more interested in changing the world than in taking selfies." And at number 3, Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star and the Kardashians have a love-hate relationship, but usually it's hate. Jeffree specifically went after Kylie following the release of Kylie Cosmetics, because at that time, Kylie was his main competitor in the online market. Their feud is pretty much one-sided, but I'm sure Kylie has seen all the shade that Jeffree's dished out. Back when Jeffree was famous for his makeup reviews, he reviewed Kylie Cosmetics on multiple occasions, and more often than not, he trashed her products. When reviewing her over $300 brush set, he called it cheap dollar store product. Jeffree and Shane Dawson also reviewed Kylie Cosmetics, and again did not keep their negative opinions to themselves. Jeffree even shaded Kylie's Billionaire Forbes cover, saying, quote, I declined the feature, so they had to pick someone. And at number 2, Amanda Stenberg. The Kar-Jenners are constantly getting into scandals, usually having to do with cultural appropriation or blackfishing. Actress Amanda Stenberg had enough and needed to slam Kylie's problematic behavior. Kylie got tons of heat after she decided to style her hair in cornrows. Then Amanda shared her thoughts on Twitter, writing, quote, "When you appropriate black features and culture but fail to use your position of power to help black Americans by directing attention towards your wigs instead of police brutality or racism." Amanda decided to explain herself in a video she posted after called "Don't Cash Crop on My Cornrow," where she explained that there's a thin line between cultural appropriation and appreciation. But in this case, it's clear that Kylie has taken something racially charged and made it high fashion, which is disrespectful. And finally, at number 1, Paris Jackson. Kylie has undertaken plenty of business ventures in her day, but one venture was so out of touch that it got the attention of Paris Jackson. Kendall and Kylie got tons of backlash when they released a series of vintage tees for their clothing line, showcasing photos of legends like the Notorious B.I.G., Tupac Shakur, The Doors, and Ozzy Osbourne, beside their own faces on the t-shirts. Tons of celebrities called out the sisters for their tone-deaf decision, including Paris Jackson, the daughter of the late Michael Jackson. Paris took to Twitter and wrote, quote, "As a huge fan of Zeppelin, The Doors, Floyd, I mean these bands literally helped shape who I am today. I can't condone this fashion. Legends like these who completely changed our world today, not just the music world, should be respected and honored, not turned into this. Pink Floyd is not Chanel, Led Zeppelin is not Michael Kors, Metallica is not Givenchy. Don't get it twisted." Along with getting tons of heat, the sisters were also slapped with multiple lawsuits from the estates of these late artists. So of course, they stopped selling the shirts pretty quickly.
Kylie Jenner has got everyone debating that question when she arrived at Paris Fashion Week wearing a lifelike lion's head on her shoulder. The thing was so real, it looked like a genuine piece of taxidermy, which obviously disturbed a lot of animal activists. Her Schiaparelli dress was made of foam, wool, and silk fake fur, and it was hand painted to look as lifelike as possible. In fact, it looked so realistic that the brand had to release a statement about it on social media. In all caps, they posted, "No animals were harmed in making this look." But of course, Kylie still received a large amount of backlash. One user wrote, "We have to stop showing animals as luxury products. They may be made from foam, but these are endangered species that have historically been killed for their pelts to be turned into garments." Another user wrote, "No matter how you justify it to your models and celebrities, the faux animal couture is a huge problem with implications you don't understand. Even though no animals were harmed, the concept promotes wearing animals for fashion and a disgustingly out-of-touch mentality that the elite continue to suffer from." World Animal News retweeted a video of the reality star in the gown and wrote, "A disturbing video of Kylie Jenner wearing a lion head at the Schiaparelli fashion show. Although they stated it as faux, how could they possibly think this is fashion? This sends the wrong message and fuels not only the exotic fur trade, but trophy hunting." Carrie Johnson, animal rights campaigner and wife of former Prime Minister Boris Johnson, described the designs as grim, writing on her Instagram, "Real or fake, this just promotes trophy hunting. Yuck." But not everyone was raging at Kylie Jenner. In the strangest turn of events, the president of PETA, Ingrid Newkirk, actually came out praising the look. In a statement, she said, "Kylie's look celebrates lions, beauty, and maybe a statement against trophy hunting, in which lion families are torn apart to satisfy human egotism." So clearly she thought the dress was a positive thing. Kylie's look was one of a series of fake fur garments designed by Daniel Rosenberry. The collection also included a black wolf's head, modeled by Naomi Campbell, and a strapless snow leopard gown, with an equally realistic head attached to the bodice. Apparently the fashion show was inspired by Dante's Inferno and the 9 Circles of Hell. Rosenberry drew inspiration from 3 of the beasts that appear in that 14th century poem. He reimagined the leopard, the lion, and the she-wolf in the collection, which is supposed to represent lust, pride, and avarice. Now, if that sounds terrifying, it's meant to be. Rosenberry said that if the clothes are instilling fear in you, then they're doing their job. He describes his collection saying, "Inferno, Purgatorio, Paradiso. One cannot exist without the other. It is a reminder that there is no such thing as heaven without hell. There is no joy without sorrow. There is no ecstasy of creation without the torture of doubt." Sounds lovely.
Social media star Kylie Jenner and her boyfriend and baby daddy Travis Scott fell into controversy over the last week for a post that they shared on their Instagram. Kylie Jenner posted a black and white photo of the two standing on the tarmac in between their two private jets with the caption, "You want to take mine or yours?" The photo also showing off their Rolls Royce that was parked nearby. Opinions on the picture were split right off the bat, some people saying that it was goals and Kris Jenner commenting, "Decisions, decisions. I guess those are the sort of tough decisions you have to make when you're mega rich and famous." Others, however, immediately took to social media to criticize the couple for being climate criminals, so let's talk about that. The post ended up with 8 million likes and more than 47,000 comments. One of the top comments said, "Why do I have to limit my meat consumption and use paper straws while the 1% gets to pump tons of carbon into the atmosphere for a day trip to Palm Springs?" With global warming and climate change becoming more and more talked about in the media, one of the most common ways that is suggested to fight it is using paper straws and less plastic. Many people often commenting on the fact that paper straws will have no impact while large corporations are the main contributors to climate change. Other comments on the post said things like, "Your waste of gas emissions or mine," and "Maybe take neither and reduce your carbon footprint." A carbon footprint being the total greenhouse gas emissions put out by one individual. In just 1 hour, a single private jet can emit more than 2 tons of carbon dioxide. Definitely not too great for the planet. Things got worse when one Twitter user discovered that Kylie Jenner had used her jet for a flight that was only 3 minutes long. There is an account on Twitter that goes by the username @celebjets, which tracks and tweets celebrity private air travel. They logged a journey that Kylie Jenner took from Camarillo, California to Van Nuys, California. The journey by car would have been around 42 minutes and the duration of the jet ride was only 3. Well, you may say, "Oh, she has nice things, let her use them." To me, it's like the entire concept of a smart home. You have all these gadgets that do all these things that you could easily just do yourself. You need to consider if it's really worth going to the trouble of damaging the environment just for the sake of a little bit more convenience. Just have your private driver take you the 42 minutes. Social media has been in an uproar over this situation throughout the past week, so let's take a look at some more tweets that were directed towards Kylie Jenner and her jets. One of the most popular tweets said, "Kylie Jenner out here picking which color private jet she want to take today. Meanwhile, I gotta chug my iced coffee before my straw becomes paper mache? Explain." Others said things like, "Europe is on fire. Meanwhile, Kylie Jenner is making 15-minute trips in her private jet. I could recycle everything, buy all my clothes secondhand, compost and grow my own food for the rest of my life, and it wouldn't even begin to offset the footprint from one of her flights." The user making reference to more methods that have been recommended over and over again for combating climate change. Some people actually seem to not be overly bothered by Kylie's flight, mostly being people who are overall not bothered by the concept of climate change or don't even think that it's real. One reply to that last tweet said, "But you're poor and she's rich. Relax." The Kardashian-Jenner family are no stranger to scandal and controversy, their careers being marked with it since the very beginning. Kylie and Travis don't seem to have commented on the situation up to now, and I honestly doubt that they will given their status. But I'll be sure to keep you updated if anything new comes out.